Ravel had this. He orchestrated into this. How? Let's break down the process. Hello everyone, my name is Yang. I'm a musical explorer who loves patterns, logic, and structure. In my last video, I discussed the orchestration of two slow climbing passages in the Tombeau de Couperin prelude. Today, we'll look at the fast ascending lines that comes next. Let's take a look at the piano score and identify our orchestration problems. The melody climbs across a large range. There's no harmonic support. It maintains a very strong dynamic. That makes our problems clear. First, how to deal with a melody crossing such a large range. Second, how to develop a supporting layer around the climbing line to achieve a full orchestral sound at fortissimo. Let's look at Ravel's solution. Strings first. Why strings? It's the climax. Strings establish the structural backbone. The first problem is easy. Split the melody among multiple players based on register. The second problem, the supporting harmony. Here, a reduction score is essential. Let's make one. First, mark each point where vertical harmony forms. Gather the notes. First point. Second point. Right away, we see the harmony at these 2 points are identical, an E minor 9 chord, with exactly same voicing structure. And it's simply a stack of the climbing melody notes. Once again, melody and harmony are just collections of pitches functioning differently. The fascinating part is how the climbing melody interweaves with the harmony. These three melody players also sustain the harmony when they are not playing the melody. The rest of the players just hold their long notes. Every force is fully used to deliver this strong and loud passage. Also, notice the procedure of assigning instruments. Once the primary decision, the moving melody, is set, the rest follows naturally by score order. This construction method is also used in the second fast climbing line at rehearsal mark 10. Here, the harmony is outlined by the melody notes A, C, E, G, B, D, and A minor 11 chord. Now the question becomes, how do we voice it to fill the space between the top melody and the bass? And does the voicing change as the arpeggiating melody moves up and the space changes? Let's look at Ravel's solution. First, reduce the score to see patterns. Even though a few notes are missing, the voicing structure does not change at all. What changes is the bottom bass note as the top melody moves up. Also, notice that Ravel doesn't use the color tone D, the 11th of the chord, in his harmony, keeping the harmony below the top melody note. Once again, Ravel is always attentive to the relationship between the melody and the top note of its supporting harmony. Now this climbing melody. Ravel moves the first two sequences an octave higher in the orchestra. Technically, double basses could cover this range, but they're needed to play the bass note and provide a strong foundation at this fortissimo dynamic. And here, motion is more important than range. So moving this line up is more effective. As before, the climbing melody is shared among 4 adjacent players, and those players also play the long sustained tones to build the full sound. The remaining sustained harmony parts are assigned to the instruments according to the score order. And now we know why those notes are missing in the orchestra. There's simply no instrument available to play them. Let's go back to the first fast ascending line and look at the woodwinds. The flutes continue with the melody on the top. The oboe doubles the first violins. English horn. Clarinets split the melody. 2 bassoons. The second fast ascending line at rehearsal mark 10. Woodwinds and brass. Same as the strings, the arpeggiating instruments also take care of the harmony. The lead melody in the second flute, oboe, and the trumpet holds their long notes. So does the bass in the second bassoon. 2 French horns fill the middle harmony. Here's the harmonic structure of woodwinds and brass. Compare it to the strings. How would you describe such a comparison? Back to the woodwinds and brass. What's happening here? This brings me to a question about the English horn. The English horn could have held the note E throughout. Why does Ravel have it switch between the arpeggiating melody and the harmony like other woodwinds? As a single woodwind instrument in a climax carried mostly by the strings, the sound of this arpeggio doesn't even add much sonically. So why? My explanation is structural coherence. Every woodwind instrument except the top melody and the bass is moving. The English horn is one of these middle part instruments. The logic is more coherent if the English horn moves as well. Structural coherence makes orchestration much easier. Once the structure is decided and the roles are defined, you only need to ask, which role does this instrument belong to? After that, many choices are just automatic. Fewer decisions, less second guessing. Keep this in mind, structural coherence. Thank you for watching. I will see you in next episode.